I'm not going to get my money back for most likely for the month that I paid for.
They closed early today and will only be open for one more day so people can clean out their lockers. Of those 3,000 members, there are several who paid in advance, some even up to a year. But we talked to an employee at the health club. She said members probably won't get their money back because there isn't any money left.
It makes me feel angry because I've been working out here for, 4 months, and I plan on working out today, and I come and they're closed all of a sudden. It's just like not very fair to me.
We couldn't get a hold of Minshew, but an employee at the club said someone is looking into buying the facility. That person couldn't say whether or not the current memberships would be transferred over. Matt?
Not only are members without a place to work out, but 15 employees at the business are without jobs.
If you were anywhere around the Paris Walmart tonight, you saw all the commotion, a hazardous chemical situation that ended up blocking off a large portion of that area. It all started about 6:30 tonight. A trucker from Texarkana was on his way to Sepulveda, Oklahoma. He was carrying a product called dross, which is an aluminum byproduct. Somehow, one of the scattered showers in our area blew the tarp back off the truck and allowed rain to get in. Officials blocked off the area for a few hours. That chemical could have caused hydrochloric acid, which could have caused major breathing problems in the area and could have been explosive. In the end, they used dirt to cover up the dross. That trucker was then sent back home to Texarkana.
The Chickasaw Nation is getting into the ranching business with the purchase of thousands of acres near Davis. But as Deana Snow reports, it will most likely benefit all of southern Oklahoma.
The land is just off Interstate 35 and Highway 7, north and east of the city of Davis. Up until Friday, it was Drake Farms. Right now, the Chickasaw Nation won't make many changes. They plan to use the land just as the Drakes did, by ranching it.
You just do a whole lot of things as far as tourism or tribal or just any number of economic development type things lend itself to this large tract of land.
The possibilities are endless. A Chickasaw spokesman says they hope to use part of the land as a refuge for wild horses. No matter what, they say the investment will be used in a manner that will benefit the Chickasaw people.
Even though the Chickasaw Nation isn't saying exactly what they're going to do with this 4,000 acres just off Highway 7, the city of Davis leaders are excited about the possible opportunities.
It's obviously, this is a tourist area, so it's got to be a benefit to all to have them here, and for them to make that kind of investment is, I believe, significant for the town.
The ranch is literally just between Turner Falls and the Chickasaw National Recreation Area, and Crutchfield says it could turn into a tourism hub.
I think it's a win-win situation, and I think we win in southern Oklahoma because this allows, some possibilities in tourism, economic development, and it allows, more people to come here for other reasons as time goes on.
For now, those in Murray County will wait and see exactly what happens in the future, but most say they're expecting big things. In Murray County, Deana Snow, First News.
That land is in the heart of the Chickasaw tribe's original 13-county area.
Former Oklahoma quarterback J.C. Watts made history when he was elected to Congress in 1994. Today he announced he will not run in District 4 again.
Many have urged me to stay, but all have told me to follow my heart and follow my conscience. That's what I'm doing today in announcing my retirement from Congress.
Watts says he wants to spend more time with his family, but isn't ruling out politics in the future. The Oklahoman is a hot commodity, the only black Republican in the House, and the fourth-ranking congressman overall. Last week, several prominent government leaders asked him to run again, including President Bush. But Watts' departure hits especially close to home. District 4 now covers local counties, including Carter and Murray. Although it's long been considered a safe seat for Republicans, that could change. Today on First News at 5, we spoke with former congressional candidate and Ardmore attorney Daryl Roberts and asked him if he's considering a run for the District 4 seat.
I've had a number of people contact me, and I have been looking since the news that Congressman Watts may retire. I've been looking at it, and so I guess the answer to your question is yes.
Roberts last ran in 1998 as a Democrat against Congressman Wes Watkins in District 3.
Employees of former Grayson County EMS provider LifeTech have been waiting for this day for months, a settlement between the county and their former employer. It means they could be getting their paychecks. At today's county commissioner meeting, County Attorney Joe Brown announced a deal which would require Life Tech to pay off these former employees. Almost 70 of them were left without pay when the EMS provider left town in April. The settlement will also allow Life Tech to avoid filing for bankruptcy, as well as paying off more than $200,000 they owe to the county and surrounding cities.
Well, we hope within the next couple months we'll be able to collect enough money to get all the employee claims paid off. That's being done through the labor board, and we're not directly involved in paying off employees, but that's something.
Now, though the settlement provides for Life Tech employees, it does not solve the most troubling dilemma for county commissioners, a permanent countywide EMS provider.
Today, friends and family filled nearly every seat in Bonham's First Baptist Church to remember Bill Hamby, Bryan County's undersheriff. He died Friday of a sudden heart attack. At the funeral service, many spoke of the lawman as a man that loved law enforcement and was devoted to his family. He came to Bryan County in 1992 after 29 years with the Dallas Police Department. Sheriff Bill Sturch called Hamby a fair and decent man, best of all, a great friend.
And Bill Hamby I knew as a kid, a teenager, as a young man, and up until the day he left this earth, he was the same person. He was a gentle person. He enjoyed life. He lived it to the fullest. He did what he loved to do in law enforcement, and he was a happy man till the end.
Bill Hamby is survived by his wife Joyce and his son Kevin.
A stolen truck caused an unexpected stop for a freight train earlier this morning. Apparently a thief left this county-owned pickup on the tracks near Burdette Street in Sherman. The engineer was able to get the train stopped in time. He called police. Turns out the truck was stolen from the County Precinct 1 barn. It's on Highway 1417. Authorities say the thief tried to steal another vehicle and ended up driving the truck through a chain-link fence.
And we just had this put up. This fence was put up about a month ago. It cost $5,000 to put up, so about half of it's down, looks like.
Officials are estimating the damage to that property and the trucks at about $5,000. A meth lab explosion in Johnston County sent 2 people to an Oklahoma City hospital last night, one of them in critical condition. It happened around 6 o'clock in Mill Creek, just a block away from the school. According to the Johnston County Sheriff, the call came in as a house fire at the home of Gary and Teresa Hicks. When officials got there, Gary told them the fire was under control. But when they investigated, they found the makings of meth. The 2 burn victims, Teresa Hicks and Stacy Hughes, were at another home. Hicks has burns from 75 to 90% of her body. There were also 2 children at the home, the Hicks grandchildren, ages 1 and 3. They were not hurt, but they're now in DHS custody.
Fire in the sky over Germany. 2 jets collide at 36,000 feet. Now the search for answers and for the 150 people killed.
And flooding in central and southern Texas causes 1 man to drown and 2 boys to be swept away by rising floodwaters.
And that storm system actually is giving us some pretty good shower and thunderstorm activity through the area. In fact, right now we still have some moderate rainfall across part of Texas. We'll take a look at the radar coming up later on First News at 10.
You're watching KXII's First News at 10 with Matt Brown, Lisanne Anderson, David Reed with sports, Alan Crone with First Weather.
Nothing says summer like Sonic Slushes. What flavor says summer to you? Don't miss out on our BLT with large tots for only $2.49.
Landmark Banks have been a pillar in the Texoma community since 1929 and now have 13 locations across southern Oklahoma and North Texas to serve you. Landmark Banks always make it a priority to provide customers with excellent service in a professional atmosphere. Whether you're in need of a checking or savings account, a commercial account, or a loan, Landmark Banks invite you to experience banking with them. Landmark Bank is committed to our communities, dedicated to our customers, and supporters of our youth. Landmark Bank, just a better bank, no matter which side of the river you live on.
Working on the rollbacks, prices going down, down. Working on the rollbacks, whoop, another goes down. Working on the rollbacks, prices going down, down. Working on the rollbacks, whoop, another goes down.
Walmart rollbacks. Working hard to save you even more.
Working,
always.
Working.
questions? The experts at KXII.com have the answers. Just log on, then click on the Ask the Expert icon. It'll put you directly in touch with a list of local experts that can answer your questions. Want to know more about your next new car purchase? Ask the experts at Brad Fenton Motors of Ardmore. Questions about internet and telecommunications? Ask the experts at Chickasaw Long Distance and Brighton, Oklahoma. Thinking about buying or refinancing your home? Ask the experts at CTX Mortgage. Got questions? The experts at KXII.com have got the answers.
The largest selection of custom tires and wheels in North Texas. Roadrunner Tire and Wheel, located on Gallagher off Texoma Parkway behind Wendy's in Sherman.
The much-needed rain that fell in Texoma over the weekend and today caused 2 deadly accidents in central and southern Texas. An Austin man died over the weekend, swept away by rising floodwaters. Up to 10 inches of rain fell over the weekend in central Texas. And in San Antonio today, 2 boys were washed away in a rain-swollen creek near downtown. Both were recovered. One was airlifted to a local hospital. We're told the other is okay.
Just more proof of how you have to pay attention in those flash flood situations that come through. We've had a few of those lately.
That's right, starting out in July with a wet one, Alan.
Well, very much so. Not only wet, but relatively cool. Normally we should be around 91 to 93 in the afternoon, and we've been well below that. So you got to take a double check at the calendar. Yes, it is July, but we'll take the rain and the cooler temperatures now. Look at the radar coming up next.
We started 30 years ago with a hospital. As the community's needs grew, we opened advanced specialty centers. We built new clinics and brought in more doctors. Today, we provide health care in 6 Texoma communities. But no matter how much we grow, we never forget our mission of caring. We're right where you need us to be. We're the Texoma Healthcare System. Caring hearts close at hand.
Hello, I'm Gene Stallings. Texas was built on the promise of the land. Wide open spaces, riding the range, and living the country life. For over 80 years, Lone Star Land Bank has been helping people purchase land, finance farms and ranches, or buy that country home you've always wanted. When we say country life is the only life, it's because we understand the importance of the land and everything connected to it. Lone Star Land Bank. We can make your dream of life in the country come true.
How much Coke is in this boat? Will it float? I hope.
Our 17-foot glass-drawn runabout is filled with Great Plains Classic Coca-Cola. Take a guess at how many fluid ounces there are, and you could win the boat and the Coke. Do the math and make your guess July 1st through the 5th at Crossroads Superstore in Atoka.
Drink up. Wait, summer savings days are back at Bob Utter Ford Lincoln Mercury. I'm on it. That's pretty good, Blake. But this is a really big sale. We've got a great selection of F-Series regular and super cabs with your choice of $2,500 cash back or 0.9% APR. Summer savings days are big. Really big at Bob Utter Ford Lincoln Mercury.
Lara Flynn Boyle with the inside scoop on her new movie. And baseball superstar Derek Jeter is here tomorrow morning. So wake up to what's happening on The Early Show.
Now, first weather with Alan Crone.
First up tonight, the radar still moderate rainfall continuing now from Bonham, Honey Grove, Paris, Hugo, Choctaw County, back to Bennington and Boswell. And then some pretty good shower thunderstorm activity still hanging in here. Tusca and Lane and Bruno, you're near this. This is going to move north. And Atoka, you've got another big batch of showers and the storms moving this way. It's not severe, but there will be some 35, maybe some 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts off and on. Now, right now, nothing out to the west. We may see another shower and thunderstorm complex forming early tomorrow morning because the upper-level system is still to the south. Well, today, again, normally we would be fairly warm, around 93. That was not the case. Upper 70s to the north, some 80s to the south, 86 in Durant, 85 in Atoka, 81 Ardmore, 82 degrees in Davis. But how about the rainfall? The amounts that we have from some of our weather watchers, you can take a look, and then I'll also augment this that Joe Worley in Paris reports 1.5 inches. Charles and Gabby Pierce, 5 miles north of Marietta, 1.8. Lindy Garrison, 5 miles north of Dixon, 24-hour total of 2.7. That's pretty good rainfall. Steve Brody, half an inch out on the point. Becky Townsend and Tom Bean, 1.1 inches. And Earl Harmon of Ardmore, 1.6. Here's what it looks like right now. 74 in Sherman. Humidity at 94%. The pressure steady. East winds at 4. Ardmore at 73. 100% humidity, so the dew point's 73. Barometer steady. East winds at 5. Appearance, the temperature 73. The humidity at 90%. The barometer steady. And south to southwest winds at about 15 miles per hour. Still some rain in the area. Water vapor imagery. Where's the spin of the atmosphere? There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. That's primarily what we're looking at. A lot of the stronger winds aloft are being forced to the north. That's where the severe thunderstorms, for the most part, are going to be in the next couple of days. We've seen some strong to severe weather in Louisiana tonight, and this batch of shower and thunderstorm activity is moving to the north right now. Again, some moderate to heavy rainfall, but the forcing is still around Waco, and that's the system that's going to give us a chance of showers and storms tomorrow and maybe even on Wednesday before a ridge should push it off to the west. Temperatures tomorrow, upper 80s. And mid-80s for the official highs. But again, if we have the shower and thunderstorm activity, again, like we're expecting, we're going to see some cooler temperatures in and around those rain-cooled boundaries. So that'll be nice. Now, here's the last 12 hours, and you can see, again, the spin of the atmosphere here, and the showers and thunderstorms are decreasing with loss of daytime heating. But when we still have this system spinning around here, the winds aloft will kick in a little bit later tonight, and we may see a few showers and storms developing before tomorrow morning in the afternoon hours. Here's the computer model, and tomorrow afternoon when the sun really starts to heat this tropical air mass up, we're going to see more showers and thunderstorms developing. Some of those, again, could produce some locally heavy rainfall. And then a ridge of high pressure at the surface, really in two areas. One out of the Gulf kind of pushes in across the Golden Triangle area. Another one here to the north and east. It's going to force that upper level trough just to the west. We're going to see showers and thunderstorms out to the west and some to the east, and we should be right in the middle. So our probabilities will start to lessen somewhat. Also, you can see this front getting close to southern Kansas by Wednesday night. It's not going to come through. It's going to stay to the north. Here are the winds. We're going to have winds out of the south and southeast at around maybe 10 miles per hour. Shouldn't be very strong at all over the next 24 to 36 hours. Right now, 72 in the city, 76 in Tulsa, and 74 degrees Dallas-Fort Worth. Dew point temperatures tonight, again, running into the lower to mid-70s, so it's going to be quite humid and almost a tropical evening. Showers and thunderstorms, for the most part, 40% probability will be in the shaded areas, central and eastern areas. Overnight lows and morning lows will be into the lower mid-70s. Now tomorrow, probability is about a 50% chance Lake Texoma eastward. It's about a 40% probability west of that around I-35, and temperatures tomorrow, again, should be below the seasonal averages. Tonight's Sherman and Denison, 72, 40% probability of maybe some additional showers or storms developing overnight. Nothing severe, but some moderate rainfall, some gusty winds. And then tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms, 50% probability. High tomorrow of 85. And then on Wednesday, 40% chance. Thursday, about a 20 to 30% probability for the 4th of July. 20% Friday and Saturday. And the overnight lows will remain steady in the 70s for the most part. And afternoon highs eventually climbing to near normal, which would be about 93.
We'll enjoy this while we have it.
Yes.
Thanks, Alan.
You're welcome.
Well, coming up, there are two airline pilots the passengers trusted to get them from one point to another. But moments before takeoff, those pilots were arrested for being intoxicated. We'll tell you where it happened.
But first in sports, a big day for Donnie as the Dallas Mavericks plan on having both Nelsons next year. Sports is next on First News at 10.
We're a country that loves competition. If somebody starts mixing it up, we're there. You gotta love the idea of car and driver putting the top 4 pickups up against each other. And we gotta love the fact that Dodge won. Yep, Dodge Ram is #1 over Chevy, Ford, and Toyota. When you're buying a pickup, you can't go wrong putting your money on the only pickup with 4 full-size doors and a full-size bed. Dodge Ram. Grab Dodge's 7 100 powertrain pledge plus a $1,500 cash allowance. Ford, GM, and Toyota don't match this.
She's a regular customer. He was regular. I was my own customer. 21 million plus. $32,000.
Won $3,000. People all over are playing and winning the games of Texas. How about you? Somebody's buying a winning ticket right now.
From the office to the ballpark to an evening out, you want to feel your very best. Janice Bowden here to tell you about the benefits of Nutrisystem's new Sky Detoxification Program. You'll have increased energy and mental clarity, plus you can lose 4 to 14 pounds the first week. Detox therapy is the oldest known medical treatment on earth. Think about it. You clean your house, your yard, why not clean your body too? Call today. Make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Now, First Sports with David Reed.
I'm proud to announce that we are here to announce that Donnie Nelson is being named president of basketball operations for the Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavs keep Don and Donnie.
The Dallas Mavericks were worried that their top assistant might be heading to Denver to take over the head coaching job there, but after Mark Cuban dug a little deeper in his pocketbook and threw out a fancy new title, Donnie Nelson has decided to stay. He was the top candidate to take over in Denver, but then again, why would you want to take over in Denver? Donnie gets a new title to stay, President of Basketball Operations. Donnie doesn't get any new duties, but can now take his ideas directly to Cuban instead of going through dear old dad. But the important thing, Donnie drops his name off Denver's coaching candidate list.
We think we have a great group of let's call it a great brain trust. You know, with what Donnie and Nellie have put together for the organization, we've been able to benefit dramatically, and I thought it was critical that all of us stay together.
For me, this is truly a dream come true, and when I first came here to Dallas, it was the idea that I could help my father get this team to a level where it would be competitive and help him finish his career on a high note. The ideal situation, obviously, making a run for the Roses, playing for the Crown, and getting that NBA championship.
Well, good news for Oklahoma basketball fans. The Lloyd Nobles Center at OU will host first and second round NCAA tournament games in 2003 and 2004. Hilton's Sherry Cole says it's because of the enthusiastic fans in Norman. The Texas Rangers get 2 days off in a row after a rainout yesterday. The Rangers have an off day today before beginning a series with Tampa tomorrow in Arlington. The Rangers have a lot of all-star type guys, but only one makes it to the all-star game. Alex Rodriguez will get the start at shortstop a week from tomorrow. Traditional stars like Pudge, Juan, and Rafi are not invited. The New York Yankees pick up another big bat today, trading for Toronto's Raul Mondesi. The Blue Jays get a pitching prospect. Mondesi has 15 homers and 45 RBI this year, but is just hitting .224. Minor leaguer Scott Wiggins goes to Toronto. Baseball action tonight. The Houston Astros hit the road at Cincinnati on Throwback Uni Night. Lance Berkman gets the Stros on the board first. RBI scores Craig Biggio. But here comes the Big Red Machine. Juan Encarnacion drives in a pair here, and the Reds beat Houston tonight 7-5. Other scores from around the league, let's take a look. Wimbledon beginning to wind down, and it looks like it could be a family affair when it's all said and done, at least if your last name is Williams. Today, the round of 16 at the All-England Club, both Venus and Serena playing. First, top-seeded Venus Williams taking on 16th-seeded Lisa Raymond. Venus winning easily, 6-1 and 6-2. Next up, her sister Serena, the second seed. Serena taking on Shonda Rubin, an unseeded player. Serena beats Rubin 6-3, 6-3. Both Williams girls go on to the quarterfinals. Jennifer Capriati and Monica Seles also advance. On the men's side, top seed Leighton Hewitt playing today, and it looks like Hewitt may have an easy time to the title game this year. Another three-set win, 6-3, 6-3, and 7-5. But hometown hero Tim Henman struggling today in front of all the home folks. He's the number 4 seed. And, of course, there's only 2 of the top 17 seeds left in this thing. Henman not playing real well, but plays well enough. He wins it in 5 sets today. NHL, first day of free agency started today. No news for the Stars, although they are believed to be pursuing Bill Guerin, a 40-goal scorer.
All right. Have to improve there. Thanks a lot.
You got to do something.
From a U.S. attack in Afghanistan to a collision of 2 planes over Germany. We'll be right back on First News at 10.
Working on the rollbacks, prices going down, down. Working on the rollbacks, whoop, another goes down. Working on the rollbacks, prices going down, down. Working on the rollbacks, whoop, another goes down.
Get the Walmart rollbacks. Working hard to save you even more.
Working,
always.
Working.
Texoma Christian School is building Grayson County's best education. For over 20 years, the TCS environment has been helping students to achieve higher goals. Our new 70-acre site will offer more children the opportunity for an academically superior Christian-based education. It's what makes Texoma Christian School unique. Find out more about TCS by calling the Registrar's office today at 813-4761. Make sure your child is the best they can be. Come grow with us at Texoma Christian School.
The largest selection of custom tires and wheels in North Texas. Roadrunner Tire and Wheel, located on Gallagher off Texoma Parkway behind Wendy's in Sherman.
The U.S. military is assembling a team to investigate what could be one of the war's deadliest attacks on civilians in Afghanistan. But it depends on exactly who you talk to or what you hear. U.S. officials say U.S. forces came under hostile fire, so they fired back. But people in Afghanistan say that U.S. attack came down on a wedding party filled with civilians who were simply firing weapons in the air to celebrate. The number of casualties varies from dozens to more than 100, including women and children. The U.S. military does acknowledge that attacks by a B-52 and AC-130 aircraft north of the city of Kandahar may have resulted in civilian casualties.
A huge ball of fire in the sky. That's how people in Germany describe seeing two planes collide in midair. Rescue workers are collecting the bodies. They believe as many as 150 people may have died in that collision. Authorities said Tupolev 154 passenger plane and a Boeing 757 DHL package delivery flight crashed into each other at about 36,000 feet. Burning wreckage has been scattered for 20 miles around the crash site. That's near the border of Switzerland and Austria. There's a report that at least one building is on fire, but no word on casualties on the ground. And in Miami tonight, two American West pilots are under arrest, accused of showing up for work drunk. The pilots of Flight 556, scheduled to fly from Miami to Phoenix, are instead spending the night in jail. Drew Levinson reports.
These are the America West pilots police say failed a breathalyzer test. Pilot Thomas Cloyd and co-pilot Christopher Hughes. Investigators say the two are charged with being intoxicated in the cockpit.
The pilot tested at .091 and the co-pilot tested at .084.
It all started Monday morning when the two men tried to walk through security at Miami International Airport with cups of coffee. FAA rules say it is forbidden to bring beverages past security. And when the guards reminded the pilots of this, they became belligerent. That's also when security personnel thought they smelled alcohol on the pilot's breath and called police. When officers arrived, the plane, an Airbus 319, had already taxied for takeoff. Police then ordered it returned to the gate. And after the breathalyzer tests, they took the men into custody.
We will be conducting an investigation, and if it confirms the results of the breathalyzer, then the individuals will be terminated.
Under Florida law, the offense is a felony called operating an aircraft under the influence. Both pilot and co-pilot have been suspended with pay while the airline investigates. Drew Levinson, CBS News.
When we come back, new Oklahoma smoking rules went into effect today.
The U.S. Department of Health strongly recommends all people who took the diet drugs Fen-Phen, Redux, or Pondamin undergo an echocardiogram.